This is clearly a TBR video. I don't do these every month, but I had some books to talk about, so why not? Before I start this video, I just want to say that I got an overwhelming amount of responses on my last video, and it was so encouraging. Everybody was so encouraging and lovely, and seeing everybody else's plans and seeing what everyone's done in the past just was so comforting. And I absolutely, it made me so incredibly happy. So thank you guys for being here and for being awesome, and you're all wonderful, and the internet is wonderful. It's nice to have so much encouragement around you because sometimes you don't see that in real life, and so I'm just so happy that I have this outlet. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Books. I have so many thrillers / scary books on my TBR shelves, and it's just, I get so excited about this time of year because this is the time of year for candles and reading and coffee. It's so great. I'm gonna save most of my Stephen King and like Dean Koontz and all that stuff for October. Right now I'm just gonna go for like slightly thrilling things and some not so much. You'll see. The first book that I plan to read, it's not a horror novel / thriller / anything. It is The Liars Club by Marie Carr. The Liars Club by Marie Carr is a memoir, and it's just a memoir about her childhood, and I've wanted to read this for so long, and I love memoirs so much, and I haven't read one in forever. I think the last childhood memoir that I've read is Running with Scissors by Augustin Burroughs, a very, very long time ago. And I've read many other memoirs since then, but I'm looking forward to reading another childhood one. The next one is The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, which I've heard everybody talk about. Everyone's been reviewing it. Ashley from Said the Story is who I first heard talk about it, and she really enjoyed it, and since then I've heard a lot of people talk about how it's really slow in the beginning, but then it's really fast and it really picks up at the end. I'm hoping that the beginning doesn't make me stray away from it just because I'm nervous already because it has monsters, and that's a fantasy element that I'm not familiar with, but hopefully I'll just get into something new and it'll be really wonderful, and this cover is wonderful, so I'm hoping to enjoy it. Next we have The Girl in 6E, which I literally just picked up because I heard Grace with a Book in Her Face talk about it. She's one of my new favorites that I just discovered. She just seems so wonderful. This book sounds very intense. It's about a girl who knows that she has murder tendencies, so she locks herself in a room, and she's been in there for like 3 years or something. Sounds intense. I'm ready for it. The next one I'm planning on is Burn Baby Burn by Meg Medina. This one I've actually had for quite a while. It was one of my Book Riot quarterly unboxings. The real dangers are often closer than we'd like to admit. I heard Rincey Reads talk about this recently, and she talked about how she absolutely loves Meg Medina's writing, which I had never heard of her writing before, so I'm really excited to read this now. In 1977 in New York City, there was a serial killer named Son of Sam who was killing everybody. Not everybody, he mainly targets couples, and so that plays a main role in this book. This one I also got in one of my quarterly Book Riot boxes last October. It was a Halloween themed or like a horror themed box. This girl has had a rough time recently, and her family is now moving to a new home, and the home is basically like a prairie. She immediately knows that something's not right with it, and I'm sure that scary things will ensue from there. It's quite short, so I'm hoping to just get through it and it'll be like a nice fast-paced read. Smack dab in the middle of September we have the Slowathon, which is hosted by Marlon Elena, who's wonderful, and I've been like co-host with her in the past in other readathons, and she's just very eloquent in all of her videos that she does. This was a brilliant idea that she had with the Slowathon, where basically you're just focusing on one book and you're just making sure that you're like thoroughly engaging yourself in it and making sure that you annotate or do there's a bunch of different prompts that you could do, but basically you're just taking your time with this readathon, which is the complete opposite of all other readathons ever. I'll leave the video to that down below. I'll also be doing a video during that week for this readathon. I started a poll on Twitter to try and figure out which book that I wanted to read because I had 3 books that I really was like itching to read but haven't read because I'm slightly intimidated by them. The 2 that are currently neck and neck in that poll are The Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki. This one is about a writer named Ruth, and she finds a Hello Kitty box in the ocean, and she picks it up, and inside of it is a diary by this girl named Now, and Now is a 16-year-old girl who's having trouble being bullied in school and whatnot. I'm pretty sure that it goes between both perspectives. I'm excited to see that. I've heard wonderful things. This one's very popular on BookTube. And then the next one is The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. This one's supposed to be a very modern look at American society. It's about a Dominican American boy, and he's like this ghetto nerd, and he's a little bit overweight, and he's trying to find love. This just gets me excited because I feel like it'll be very realistic, which will be very refreshing. And I wanted to read Junot Diaz for a long time as well. So please vote in that poll if you have the chance, because literally they're just neck and neck right now. And whichever book wins that, that'll also be on my TBR. And that was it. Those are the books that I'm planning on reading. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading in September. Let me know if you're participating in the slow-a-thon. I hope you guys are having a great day and a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye!